This is all Sean's fault. You know that, Sean. It's your fault. This. Now, as you guys know, I'm a DE shaver. I don't do shavettes. I don't do straight razors. I like watching the videos. I like people using them, but that's not for me. I'm a pure DE guy. Give me single edge, give me double edge, give me AC blades, give me a good old Schick razor, but it has to be a DE. Which is why the fact that you see me with this today is all Sean's fault. Jokes aside, do you guys know who Sean is? Well, in case if you don't, let me tell you a little bit about Sean. So Sean is this wonderful wet shaver, primarily doing straight razor shaving based in Puerto Rico. And as luck would have it, when I launched my shaving channel last year, Sean was my very first subscriber. He's a great guy. And over the period of a year, I have seen multiple of Sean's videos, and through that, I have found a lot of wonderful wet shavers using straight razors. Greg Gallant, I don't comment on your videos, but I see your videos. Eric the Cajun Blade, oh, that guy is funny and creates a wonderful shaving product in terms of shaving soaps and splashes. Mariam the Barbarian, you're a little too serious, but I like your videos. Robert Pascal from The Razor's Edge. He just finished his 30-day everyday straight razor challenge, and I loved going ahead and seeing it. And there are many more in case I've missed out some of you guys. But I do like watching your videos. I do like seeing the skill that you guys have with the wet razor. And out of all of them, Sean remains one of my favorites because, like I said, his channel is the one that I started watching the very first. Now, over the past few months, Sean has gone ahead and taken up a new challenge, which is creating his own shaving soap. Now, I was not fortunate enough to be a part of the very first bunch of people that he had sent out his first bunch of soaps to, but I was very lucky that he did agree to send me the next batch. So what I have is this that Sean went ahead and sent to me. It unfortunately does not have any label, doesn't have any formula number. So Sean, if you're watching this, I don't know which one it is. However, I found it only fitting that for me to review Sean's soap, I need to pay homage to Sean's skills with the straight razor. Now, I don't own a straight razor myself, and I don't think I'm going to own a straight razor for some time. Because, like I said, I am primarily a DE razor shaver. However, I did want to put some, baby steps into that world. So I had gone ahead and bought myself some shavettes. Greg Gallant had also told me that I should go ahead and buy a WEC sexto blade, which I did. The Kismet blades that he wants me to use in that are extremely difficult to get. I've picked up some other blades. I will try that as well. Now, a couple of reasons why I don't use a straight razor or a shavette. One of the first things is I'm terrible with my left hand. And I know, and I've seen all of you guys use a straight razor, you use both the hands. I just use my right. That's number one. The second reason is a couple of years back, both my shoulders got shot. So I have very limited range that I can go ahead and put up my arms. And doing this and doing this puts a lot of strain on my shoulders, but they've been getting better. And obviously, number three is I do not personally have the patience to go ahead and, sharpen a straight razor, strop it daily. I don't have the patience. But Like any old person like me who knows how to drive a car will say, yeah, the modern cars are good, but you need to know how to drive stick because that gives a very, very different feeling. You're in control of the car completely. So I do plan to learn how to use straight razors, for which my first step is to learn using shavette. Now, I know many people say, hey, it's not the same. I completely get it. But my aim is to try and see if I can at least mimic the motions so that at least now, once I get the hang of the motions, then I might be brave enough to go ahead and buy and try out a proper straight razor. Well, I've been talking for the last 6-7 minutes. Enough talk. We got a day's worth of growth. And just to be completely transparent with you guys, I have never before this video used anything like this. So I don't know how it's going to go. It might go well. I might cut myself up. I might, stop in the middle of the video and say, you know what, that's it. I'm going to use a DE to finish the shave. I don't know. So you guys are going to be with me on this journey and we'll take it together. However, I found it fitting to use some tool like this in order to go ahead and judge Sean's soap. So I've already gone ahead and I've whipped up a lather in this particular bowl, and look at the loading that I have on the brush. So we have enough lather. I am going to wet my face, just working with 1 day of growth. We'll see what does this razor do to the most toughest areas of my face, which is my mustache, my beard, and definitely my neck. I'm a little skeptical, guys. I don't know. But hey, I'm willing to give it a try. So let's do this journey together. All right, I'm going to wet my face. I'm going to apply the lather and let's get on with the shave. All right, we've wet the face. Now, some people might say, hey, use a pre-shave. First time. But if you guys know my videos, I never use a pre-shave. And I don't want to say that Sean's soap was slick because of the pre-shave that I use. No. Oh my God, Sean. This lather is spot on. The soap feels luxurious, my friend. Phenomenal. And it's got a very nice, fresh kind of a scent. I don't know what the scent notes are. But all I can say is I am loving it. All right. Just look at the lather, guys. Sean, purely on face feel, this feels great. Okie dokes, let's get started, shall we? So I've already loaded the blade. I believe what you're supposed to do is open it up in this way. Okay. As you guys can see, I'm struggling with it. All right. So what I'm going to do is, here goes nothing. I'm going to try my left side first because my left arm is the one which is terrible. Sean, this is all your fault. Man, it's difficult to see. Okay. I'm sorry if I'm not in focus, guys. I had to move a little bit out of the camera to see what the heck I'm doing. I think I need to get a mirror over here so that I can see myself straight on. right? I don't know how I did. So let's go on. I don't think I'm doing great. My shoulder is causing me a problem. Okay, let's do this again. I don't think I'm cutting any hair. I don't know what the heck I'm doing. Okay. That was difficult for me. Well, I do feel that I cut a little bit more hair on this side. This is frustrating. Okay. Let's see if I can do it from this hand. Nah, this is difficult, man. Again, you guys are seeing this as I'm going through the journey the very first time, so there's no edits or anything like that. Okay, it'll dry it up a little bit. Let me re-wet my face and try those areas again. Okay. I don't think I did a good job. But okay, for science and for Sean. Okay. Well, good part about it is I've not cut myself yet. Residual slickness is great. This was better. Residual slickness is phenomenal. Very good. All right, first part's done. Let's wash up. Okay. I feel there's more left on my left hand side. I don't think I could apply the pressure the way that I wanted. I think that my right hand side is a little better. Okay, let's apply the lather again. And this time, man, this Sean's soap is really blowing up. Let me put some of this back in the bowl because I just have too much loaded onto the brush. And also, people say for straight razor shaving, which I would presume would be similar for the shavette shaving as well, you need to keep the lather a little light. All right. Still awesome lather. Let's do the across the grain. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but let's try. And this is difficult. And for some odd reason, my hands are shaking. It's not working out well. Okay, I mean, not the best. Let's do the left now. Okay. We're already 23 minutes into the shave. Sorry guys if it's taking longer than my normal shaves. Okay, not bad, not bad. All right. How do we do this? Can definitely see that my angle is a little off. Feel it. Okay, this is not working. Shall I do this against the grain? Let's see. Messing this up. Sorry that you're seeing the struggle, but it is the way it is. Okay, let's wash up. Let's see how does the face feel. So, I need to do across the grain here, guys. Not done a very good job. Now the neck, still have a lot left on the neck. Obviously against the grain, I've not gone over here. Let's try that. So let's try one side at one time, shall we? Not bad, not bad. So my cheek feels almost 90% as smooth as what I would with a DE razor. So not bad. Okay, let's do this side now. I'm gonna take some more of the foam. So my problem that I'm seeing is using both the hands, which I'm not used to. Okay. Man. No, this is not working. Oh. No, it's not cutting. No. Nah. This one isn't working. That's alright. I will continue trying. So here I was doing like this. So here I should do like this. Okay. Let's apply some more foam. It's better, but this side is smoother. All right. So if this is, let's say, out of 10, 9.5, this is 8. Not bad for the first try. I'm sure I'll have to learn more. Okay. Not the best, but not bad. Not bad. By the way, I'm using the Parker blades which came with it. The pimple over here is obviously making things a little difficult. Not bad, guys, not bad. Okay, I'm going to wash up and see how is it that I've done. Not bad, guys, not bad. Okay. Now I need to do this section. My toughest section. I've left it till the very end because I don't want to do it, but I have to do it. I do that, let me take care of this a little bit. Come on. I dropped this. Man, now think of what would have happened had this been a proper straight razor. Because they're seeing all of this with me for the very first time. But not bad. Not bad. Okay. And my half mind is saying just pick up a bloody D razor and get it over and done with. But then that would be giving up too easily, right? All right, guys. Last 5 minutes. I'm sorry it's taken so long. Did I cut myself? I don't know. Okay. Let me just check the blade. I think the blade became loose with this entire shebang thing. Yeah, it did. Because the thing fell, became loose. I could feel it move. So a little bit of a cut because the blade had become loose. All right, I think this is pretty much it. Not bad, guys. Not bad. No cuts as well. So this is what I'm going to do. There's still very few patches which are still there. I'm going to use a DE razor to quickly just do one quick last pass. You guys don't need to see it. And I'll be back after that with my final thoughts on Sean's soap. All right, guys, we're back. And yes, I did use a leaf thorn. I used the same blade which was there in the shavette to just do one final pass, but it didn't have too much to pick up. I think the main thing, it had to pick up on the neck because I was not able to do this pass with the shavette. But the cheeks were fine, and surprisingly, there was not too much to pick up in this area as well. So overall, how would you rate my first shavette shave? It was difficult. You guys saw I was struggling. My hands didn't know what is it that I had to do. The thing slipped out of my hands also once. So overall, I would say it was a 6.57 out of 10 in terms of how I feel. The shave quality, I don't think was bad. I think it was a good 8 out of 10. Yeah, there were, this area, this particular side, I had a little bit more trouble trying to get things done. It's primarily because I just don't use my left hand. But anyway, so now let's come to the crux of the matter, which is Sean's soap. Sean, my friend, I think it's a great soap. I don't know what version this is, but the soap performed very well. Even on the last pass where I used the leaf thorn, the slickness was there. The post shave slickness was there as well. Very good. And I'm sure that you would have gone ahead and added more things to it. I'm really excited to see where is it that you take this, because I feel this base can quickly become one of the leading bases on the market. My only suggestion to you is, although I like the soft smell, do think about having an unscented version, because the base is really good. And there might be people who just want to go ahead and just pick up something which doesn't have any smell at all and then match it with a splash of their choice. But overall, great base, Sean. Thank you so much for going ahead and sending it my way. And my friend, this base is going to do great as and when you come out with it formally. That's about it, gentlemen. Thank you for joining me on this journey. I'm sorry it would have been painful at times, but as you guys saw, very first shavette shave, I struggled, but I plan to continue it. Probably, once a week, at least one shave. Watch many more videos. By the way, a couple of more people that I forgot to thank. Tennessee Whiskey Shaving. I've seen you use a straight razor as well. I think you're really good. And Rick Wilson, I think his name is. I might have it wrong, but Rick, you know who you are. I've seen you multiple times, sharpen straight razor and stuff like that. Again, I don't comment on those videos too much because I don't have too much to add, because my knowledge in that particular space is pretty much zero. So that's about it. I hope you guys are having a great Sunday, and I hope that you have a great week ahead. And to finish it off, Sean, again, this is all your fault. Thank you all. Have a great week ahead. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.